was blocked. Another one shanked because of a bad snap. But he's back to his old step.
Welcome back to Bustin' Heads Boxing. This is Darrell.
This is Will.
All right, and we're back. All right, and we're going to talk about the exciting, hard-charging Mosley against Margarito fight that left everybody dazed and confused because I know no one picked the outcome of that fight. All right, all right, Will. You gotta say something about that. Oh my goodness! Wow.
I told you.
You did.
I told you. I told everybody. Nobody wanted to believe me. The people on ESPN.com, everybody. I told everybody Mosley was going to win this fight, and I told them exactly why.
Wow.
I didn't say he was going to win by knockout, because I don't think anybody thought that Mosley at this stage of his career would be able to hurt a guy like Margarito.
Wow.
But I told everybody he has the faster hands. Margarito would be right in front of him. And Mosley would not make the same mistake as Cotto and get on that bicycle. You get on a bicycle, you get clotheslined. You fall to the floor.
Wow.
That's what happened to Cotto. Mosley watched that. I'm sure he probably watched that fight 20 times. And he clinched. Very, very important. He clinched. He hit Margarito with combinations. As soon as he was done, he either got out of the way or he clinched. He worked the body. He got Margarito tired. He wore him down. He exposed him and knocked him out. Excellent performance by Shane Mosley.
Yeah, because
how dare you call him washed up?
I called Shane Mosley washed up.
Unbelievable.
Because I wasn't seeing the what I look for in a washed up fighter is when they stop throwing combinations and they start slowing down and their feet and their legs get kind of wobbly. And I saw that against Cotto and with previous fights. And even against the last guy he fought. Who's the last guy he fought? Will.
Mayorga.
Right.
He knocked him out.
But he didn't look that good against him.
He didn't look great in that fight.
And he's a C fighter. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy's washed up. He's at the end of his career. All right, and we already had two big time fighters go down who was washed up with Roy Jones and De La Hoya. So I'm thinking, okay, we got a trend here, right? And boy, was I wrong. Because this guy turned back the hand of time, just like his partner, Bernard Hopkins. And I really feel just changing trainers really revived this guy. Because I haven't saw him throw that many combinations since early in his career. It was straight domination. I had him winning only one. I had Margarito winning only one round in the whole fight. I didn't even give him a round. I don't believe in giving guys that sympathy round. Like wow. Every time a fight is being dominated, it comes to that point of a fight where you're kind of looking for a round to give them just in case. So you don't want your card to be the lopsided card when everybody else's is close. I didn't give that guy a single round. And so you had him winning every round.
I had Mosley winning every round. The one round I believe that was debatable, I think it was the 7th round, where the 6th or the 7th round, where it looked like Margarito was starting to come on. But I thought even in that round, Mosley landed the cleaner shots. He was controlling the fight. The fight was still going at his pace.
Wow.
For me, it was the easy fight to score.
Yeah, I mean, I never expected Mosley to come out firing like that. I mean, the combinations were so accurate. And do you think, and it may be like the little controversy with the substance and with the gloves might have affected anything in that fight?
You mean like from Margarito's standpoint?
Yeah.
No.
Because the first thing that most fighters talk about Margarito is his punching power.
But he's not. The thing is, and this is why I don't really give that whole plaster in his gloves thing any weight, is because Margarito isn't a one-punch knockout fighter. He's a guy who stops his opponents with an accumulation of punches. He doesn't stop them with one punch. So I don't care what he had in his fist against Mosley. He wasn't going to win that fight because the game plan that Mosley had was absolutely perfect, which also I told you. Work the jab. Clinch. Get off first. Let your faster hands win the fight. That's exactly what Mosley did. It didn't matter what Margarito had in his gloves. He wasn't going to win that fight. I didn't expect it to be that lopsided. I gave Margarito a lot more respect than that. I thought that Mosley would pull out a split decision victory. No way. I thought he was going to stop him. But I did think he was going to win. I was in the minority as far as that opinion runs.
All right. And what we're going to do right here is we're going to go back to a previous episode.
All you people that think I'm lying.
And we're going to pull this up, all right?
Check that out. Pick the 37-year-old Sugar Shane Mosley to pull off an upset. Reason being, and I've been going back and forth with this because Mosley is 37 and he has to age in the ring one day. I just don't know when it's going to come. But if you look at the history of who he's lost to, losing to Winky Wright 2 times, losing to Vernon Forrest 2 times, and the extremely, extremely close unanimous decision against Cotto. Every time I watch that fight, it gets close. I don't know who won. But the type of fighter that it takes to beat Sugar Shane Mosley is pretty much a guy with a long jab, good counterpuncher, good defense. Only one of the 3 really apply to Margarito, which would be the jab. But he's not. I don't think he's a good enough boxer to beat Shane Mosley, who has an extremely long reach for his size. So if Margarito's style isn't adjusted just a little bit to kind of avoid getting hit with a lot of counter shots, I can definitely see Mosley come out on top in this fight because he's not going to be hurt. He's not going to be knocked out. He's only been hurt once in his career. He's only been knocked down once in his career. So it's not realistic to think that Margarito's going to be able to just walk in there and put him out. I think the faster hands, the better defense prevails in this fight. I see Mosley winning an extremely close decision a la Mosley De La Hoya 1.
Okay. Now, that's real good. Mosley, he's been a great fighter. And I know a lot of people, it's kind of hard to let go of the past. But his last 13 fights, he has not won half of them. And that's huge. And I just think, like you said, he's 37 years old. He's way past his prime. Margarito is, I'm not really a fan of Margarito. He's a good fighter. And but he's not going, and unfortunately, I don't think that he has the style that can beat Mosley. As you said before, most of the fighters who has beat Mosley convincingly were taller, lanky boxers. But I'm not a Mosley fan either, because I really think he is going to get old during this fight, which is going to make it way more competitive than what it should be. But I'm tilting towards giving Mosley a decision win over Margarito. I really think Margarito has reached his apex in his fighting career, and I think it took everything he had to beat Cotto, and I think that's probably going to be the best that we're going to get from Margarito. Okay. As you saw there, Will did call it, and actually myself, I did call Margarito a bum, which he is a bum, right? And I thought that he was overrated. Well, he's not a bum. I take that back. But he's not a fighter, because I really believe that a fighter is what their record says they are.
You can't say that for a lot of the Mexican fighters, though. These guys turn pro when they're 15 years old.
And I know Margarito turned pro when he was 16 years old.
15 or 16.
16 years old.
These guys, they come up fighting in the local, bar rooms, just fighting anybody. At 15, fighting grown men. So The same go like Manny Pacquiao. He's not what his record is. He has, I believe, 4 losses in his career, but that doesn't necessarily define who he is as a fighter.